Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now we got the NWA Power Collection that I'm going to lay on you. There's a lot of wrestlers in here in the NWA Power, and I'd like to go ahead and show you these guys. It's must-watch TV. It's only found here on YouTube. It's the best wrestling that I've seen in a long time, and I've watched wrestling since, I don't know, the mid-'80s. So I gotta say, it's really entertaining. I love the old nostalgic aspect of the studio wrestling with the stars of today. It makes it really interesting to watch it. You got the question mark in there. He's my favorite from Monrovia. You got the champion Nick Aldis, who's the guy you love to hate. But he is the man who started it all here in the NWA. But without further ado, I want to get to the NWA Power figures. And first up, we've got Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll, the villain. Okay. Get him on there. He's new on the scene. I wish he was fighting at Hard Times. Okay, the next up, I've got a tag team, and they're called the Dawsons. And here we go. Dave Dawson and Zane Dawson. I like those guys. They'll probably be champions one day. You can see. I'd like to see them beat the Rock and Roll Express. Okay, next up we've got a newcomer. And this is the Pope. And look at that Hasbro. Look at that job. Look at the robe on Pope. We got him. Okay. Next up in the collection, we've got the Cowboy, James Storm. Okay. Haven't seen him lately on the NWA Power, but I think he'll be on there. He had a great match with Nick Aldis at Into the Fire. Put him down there. Okay, next up, we have got the outlandish Zicky Dice. Look at that. I've seen him on NWA Hollywood also. He's outstanding, and more than that, he's outlandish. Okay, so there's Zicky Dice. Put him right there. Okay. Now next up, we've got Stu Bennett. Commentator. Reminds me a lot of Jesse the Body Ventura. I like his heel commentary the best. When he starts rooting for the heels, I like that. Okay, next up, we've got a tag team here. And this is the Rock and Roll Express. Here is Robert Gibson. Okay. There he is. Okay. And we got Ricky Morton. Look at that detail on the head right there. Very nice. Rock and Roll Express. Okay. Next up, here we go. We have got the announcer, Dave Marquez. Here's Dave. Always getting the interviews down. Put him in the ring right there. Okay. Now we've got the Stroke Daddy, Ricky Starks. Okay. Next up, we have got Trevor Murdoch. I really wish he would win a match. I'd love to see him win. He's got to be one of my favorites. Besides the question mark, I got to say he's probably right up there. Him and Aaron Stevens. I like Aaron Stevens too. It's a great show. I recommend it to any wrestling fan to check it out. Okay, next up we've got Joe Galley. Check it out, Joe Galley getting the interview. Always wanted to talk to Camille. What's up with that? There we go. Joe Galley. Okay, and next up, we got a newcomer to the NWA, C.W. Anderson. There he is. His vest and everything. C.W. Anderson. Okay. Okay, next up, we're going to go with another tag team. Here is Kingston and Homicide, and right now here's Homicide. There we go. Okay. Okay, and here is Kingston. Hey, looking mean. Looking mean. Okay, get those guys. Next up, we got another tag team. It's part of the Strictly Business. This is the Wild Cards. This is Tom Latimer. Him right there. Then we're going to go with Royce Isaacs. Okay, the next guy up here, former National Heritage Heavyweight Champion, Colt Boom Boom Cabana. He's not getting along good with Mr. Anderson. Something's going on there, huh? Alright. The next up we got, and I'd love to see him come back, but it's unfortunate what happened, but he's James E. Cornette. Here we go. Alright. Okay, now we're going to go next up. We're going to go to Josephus. Check him out. Josephus. Okay. Okay, next up, we have got Tim Storm. And I put the NWA Television Championship on him. I think he's going to win it. I'd like to see Question Mark win it, but you never know. Never know. Have to put him probably over by Dave Marquez. Don't want him by Strictly Business, you know what I mean? Okay, the next up is the World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Aldis. 10 pounds of gold, which will eat Charlotte. Here he is. Okay. Next, we're going to go with a man who needs no introduction. Eli Drake. Let me talk to you. There he is. Put him right in the front. I like Eli. I like to see him become champion. Here's a guy that they always talk about on NWA, but he deserves no introduction from me, but he's one of the greatest of all time. He is Harley Race. Very nice. Look at that robe. It's from the King days, from back in the WWF. Wish he was still around. He'd be a good manager for Nick Aldis and Strictly Business too with Camille. Okay, now we've got Mr. Anderson. Anderson! There he is. Look at that tattoo on his back. There we go. Okay. Next up, we have got, all the way from Monrovia, the Question Mark. Question Mark. Getting a little crowded in here, fellas. Okay. And we've got his partner, who's also a 3rd degree in Mongrovian Karate. It is Aaron Stevens. Look at that. National Heritage Heavyweight Champion. Move over, Nick Aldis. There we go. Okay. Next up, we got a newcomer who's going to be at Hard Times for the TV tournament, Caleb Conley. And certainly last but not least, newcomer to the NWA, we have Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, Strictly Business. There we go. And this, my friends, is my NWA Power Collection. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, and it's Hasbro's before hose. There it is.